let's just dispense with the last of the texts, the secret society stuff.
5 is a little bit like it too.
What's that? Is 5 that too? Yeah. we got a lot of. It is amazing, how they're driving the story. And I mean, I think I mentioned the other day I was meeting with someone, and she said like, "Oh, you do political podcast? Oh, there's a lot of crazy stories out there." And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. If this is true about the texts," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Yes, Matt just put his hands in his head. Or his head in his hands. And that's exactly, I just felt like, oh my God, my entire life has been a waste. Like the idea that that's what's pushing through.
You realize it's just almost like whenever people decide that they're going to tune in, whatever the story du jour is.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. I saw Atrios on Twitter the other day, just going through what I could only describe as a midlife crisis, realizing that all the stuff that he had written about George Bush has just fallen down the memory hole, and the United States, the people of the United States have no ability to remember what this guy did and how horrible it was. But speaking of which, here is Trey Gowdy on CNN with Erin Burnett. And Trey Gowdy, I don't know, is there still an ongoing Benghazi investigation, or has that ended? Has he ended the Benghazi investigation?
Might be under the heat lamp.
In the, Erin, we've got that actually. We got that on. Not fully shelved. It's not in the cupboard, but it is on the counter. Here he is talking about the secret society. We call it Secret Society Gate.
You're referring to impeachment, but one of the ones you've talked about, you quoted it as saying, quote, perhaps this is the first meeting of the secret society. You didn't give any context, okay? What was the context? Did they elaborate? What are we talking about, secret society?
It's right after they're lamenting the fact that Trump won North Carolina and that he won Florida, and they're really disappointed in the way the election turned out. And then about an inch down from that is a conversation about perhaps should be the first meeting of the secret society. And then about 2 texts down, they say, let's talk about it with Andy. I don't know if that's Andy McCabe, and I'm not going to allege that it is. But it's eerily similar to what they said about the insurance policy.
You kind of are. You're throwing it out into the ether. I mean.
Well, Andy McCabe is mentioned throughout their text. I don't know if there's another Andy. So I don't know if there is or not. So I'm not going to malign Andy McCabe. I actually asked him directly about the insurance policy text, and he denied it. I take him at his word, but take him out of it. Here are 2 bureau agents talking about a secret society. I don't have a clue what they're talking about. I don't know whether one existed, but you know what, Erin? It's not my responsibility to prove that. They're the ones who used the phrase. They're the ones that should explain it. I can't tell you what they meant. I can just tell you what they said. And they talking about a secret society right after they were talking about how depressed they were that Donald Trump won.
The secret society. The secret society.
I mean, I know.
The secret society.
How many times did he say it? Can we make a drinking game?
They said they were depressed, and then they talked about the secret society. You tell me what that means.
The way they are repeating it does make me think like this is just a propagandistic exercise. Like they don't actually believe this stuff.
Of course they don't believe it.
Well,
of course. No, I think Ron Johnson believes it because I think he's just so dumb.
I think a lot of people in conservative media believe it too.
I think so. They don't. I mean, they're just like secret society. Why would they say secret society?
I mean, most of them probably don't believe it. It's also possible that they're just so lame that they have no concept of what it's like to exchange flirty banter with someone with the goal of maybe getting laid. Like, oh, they're having off-site meetings,
right,
with no one else around.
Well, they're having
who knows what.
Just a reminder: our off-site meeting will be taking place at the Bullmore Lanes, and we've got the teams divvied up. I mean, honestly, the idea that you've got these two FBI agents. These are FBI agents, ladies and gentlemen.
They're adorable, by the way.
The world's most adorable FBI agents. But just put that aside. Let's just say that their adorability is obviously a cover, right? They're ruthless. They're vicious. They also don't believe in security when they're talking about the secret society. They just use it on their texts. On their texts that they know are government records, right? They're not using Signal. They're not using WhatsApp. They're just texting, and they just say secret society is all part of their adorability cover.
This is like in The Americans when the couple runs around calling themselves Russian spies.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hi folks, Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos